Gentlemen, the question now is, if Brady does leave New England, where's he going to land?
First of all, it's not a prediction that he will leave New England. It's considering the possibilities.
Right.
And as long as this relationship is on a year-to-year basis, I don't know if it'll happen next year or at some point in the distant future. If Tom's individual goals are to play to 44, 45, and the Patriots' team goals are to never commit to an aged quarterback, at some point you might come to the fork in the road. If you do come to the fork in the road, here are some of the teams that I would consider. Two of them I shared with Tom Curran yesterday on the Will Cain show. One, Tennessee. Mike Vrabel is an old teammate of Tom's. Mike Vrabel shares a lot of the same values as not only Tom Brady, but as Bill Belichick. I can only assume he's building a franchise, a team under the same model and values as what he saw in New England. Also, by the way, Tennessee is in a very tenuous quarterback position. They have to make a decision a year from now on Marcus Mariota. Another one is the New York Giants. Now, they have Daniel Jones. They have Eli Manning. I just can't figure out why Tom wants to live in New York so much, why he's looking at buying all these houses around the New York area. I don't think it's the Jets, so I don't know.
Greenwich is beautiful, though.
Right.
I could also see the Oakland Raiders. I could also see what John Gruden is building in Oakland. I can already see the face you're making. That team, according to the guy we just mentioned a moment ago, Louis Riddick, is way more talented than it was a year ago. That is his surprise team for 2019. And that is also a team who is not committed to their quarterback for a long term. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tom Brady in any of those. But last point, I think the market for Tom Brady, even at age 42, 43, would be huge. I think he'd get top dollar, and I think there would be numerous teams in to go in for 1 or 2 years with Tom Brady.
So this is, like you said, it's not saying Tom Brady will leave. This is saying that if he did, which I don't think he will, I think he will finish his career in New England. If Tom Brady can't play next year, right, if 2019 is his last year, I already know what the next color we'll see him in.
All right.
Gold. Because that's going to be the Hall of Fame jacket.
Oh, give me
Because it's over. We're going to have to wait 5 years to see Tom Brady again talking football, doing football. Unless he goes on a Peyton Manning-like tour.
Why are you so confident that the end of Tom Brady as a New England Patriot is the end of Tom Brady's career?
I'm so confident because that's what it has to be, right? Because as long as Tom Brady can still play, as long as Tom Brady can still produce at a high level, he is going to be a New England Patriot. When they traded Jimmy Garoppolo, that let me know that even if we have an heir apparent, even if we believe somebody is good enough to at some point replace you and give us a high level of success, which they believe in Jimmy G, he's not more important than you, Tom.
But you know that came with controversy. You know that came with drama inside the building. And you know that came with a split decision.
But he won, Will.
He did win. Then.
He won. And when you win, and all it seems like is I just hear T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? All he does is win, no matter what.
Listen.
And that's what Tom Brady's going to, if he plays well this year, and if Tom Brady is still good enough to be a starting quarterback in this league and win games, they will find a way for him to be a New England Patriot next year.
That's not the history of that franchise. That is a fairy tale ending, and Tom Brady's career has been a fairy tale itself.
Right.
But listen, man, take it from the team and the individual perspective. The team has shown player after player after player, they sell early, not late.
It's
not a question of whether or not you can play. It's a question of whether or not somebody else can play better for the New England Patriots.
But and so
Seymour
they felt
to
like
Malloy
they
to Flowers
I
to
said
Welker.
that earlier, Will. I gave you the list earlier.
Okay,
That's how you got the list.
Take it from.
You got the list from me.
I got it written down right here.
I gave you the list. Now you want to try to use the list. You want to try to use the list against me. Bring up a name I didn't bring.
All right.
They're not getting.
How about this?
Tom is the exception.
How about this? Take it from the other side of the equation.
Okay.
Take it from the individual story. How many times does it have the fairy tale ending that you want for Tom Brady in New England? Joe Montana spent years as a Kansas City Chief. Johnny Unitas, a Charger. Joe Namath, a Charger. Emmitt Smith, a Cardinal. Player after player, top Hall of Fame players end up a year or two somewhere else.
You're talking about
why is it so far out of the realm of possibility that Tom does?
Because it's not a tragedy. This is a romance. Right?
Maybe it'll be like Peyton Manning. Maybe it'll be like Manning.
No, Peyton Manning was an injured guy, and coming up in the ranks, it was Andrew Luck, and you knew you had that pick, right? And Andrew Luck was a can't miss, and I got a guy who I know through injury is not going to be the same Peyton Manning. That's not what we get with Tom Brady. With Tom Brady, we got a Super Bowl that he won, right? Not that they won in spite of him. He made the big throws against Kansas City. He made the big throws and the big plays in the Super Bowl when they were needed. And so when you're still doing these things, you're going to play for the team that you've been playing for.
I'll tell you this, Ryan. Over the last couple of days, this conversation has been taking place across media. And I've seen, for example, Connor Orr at Sports Illustrated, right? What would Tom Brady get on the market and who would be in? I'll just tell you this. One of the teams that he heard mentioned from an anonymous GM of potential is your Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
No, sir. No, sir. No, and this is what I'm talking about. You trying to get me all flustered
I'm
by
just saying.
throwing my team out at
that
me
would
late
get a
in the
lot
show.
of people fired
I mean,
up.
don't let that. I didn't mean to hurt.
That doesn't need. Why would that need to happen when you have Jared Goff,
I didn't mean to
who's
get you
number one
flustered.
overall pick?
Don't get
The
upset.
number one. I'm upset now. Now you made me
Do you
mad.
think if a team had an amazing quarterback, they still would want to bring on
No.
Tom Brady?
Yeah,
No,
why would you
ma'am.
want the GOAT?
No, ma'am. They would
Okay.
not.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.